Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Shannon here with Back to the Cardboard. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about why do you collect baseball cards? And we're going to open some cards too. For me, it's the nostalgia side of things. It takes me back to a simpler time in life when the world was just carefree. I had my whole career in front of me, a new marriage, a new home, and stuff. And it was just that time in my life where I had no directions essentially. I had no direction and really no real worries like I have today when you have kids and grandkids and a huge mortgage and car payments and all that stuff. It was a simpler time for sure. And it helps me escape reality. Today's busy hustle and bustle world, especially with my schedule, sometimes working 48 hours straight, at the very least, 24 hours on, 48 hours off, 24 hours on. And the times in between I'm not working, I could pick up a card and just the whole weight of the world and the previous days just kind of melt away and you kind of forget about that stuff. And it's just an escape for me. I know John, Wade Boggs fan, did a really great video kind of throwing that question out there. Well, why do you collect baseball cards? He was pondering the same thought that I'm throwing out there today. So in this episode today, we're going to look at the nostalgia side of things and escape reality just for a little bit. I'm going to open some packs from 35 years ago. So let's get to it. So before we move on with these 4 or 5 packs here, I want to share with you, I got this 2025 Series 1, picked it up, golly, several months ago, back when it first come out, like February, I guess it was, and opened it up at work, me and one of my work buddies, and I put it in my locker, and it's stayed there ever since. Just stuck the cards back in the box. So I finally procrastinated long enough and brought it home. I'm going to share with you real quick of what I pulled out of this, like, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, like almost 9-10 months ago. I had a huge, pretty good size stack of Reds cards. I won't bore you with those. Maybe a couple. Got this middle infield Masteries with Ellie and now Kansas City Royal Jonathan India. I guess that is a team checklist. And they got a 2024 Greatest Hits of Ellie. Joins the 2060 club. I don't know if that's a ginormous feat or not. Stars of the MLB with Ellie. Ellie had a pretty decent first half, a really crappy second half. A real nice Stars of the MLB. Aaron Judge. Like that foil board kind of look to it. This guy right here, he's destined for greatness for sure. Looking at his stats before this video, and he's averaging about 180 hits a year. Great all-around player, really a 5-tool player, Bobby Witt Jr. And if he keeps this up, man, in another 10 or 12 years, he will be at the 3,000 hit mark. Here's his regular base card. I got this guy right here, Pete Crow Armstrong. Had a really breakout year this year as future stars. I was really surprised. I seen him play actually at Wrigley last year and wasn't really impressed with him. But this year, man, he's really stepped up his game. PCA, as they call him. This guy right here, half of the dynamic duo with the Dodgers, half of that $1 billion arm club. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, future stars. Having a really good postseason. The Dodgers at the time of this video lost last night to Toronto, so the series is tied 2 games apiece. And hopefully when you see this video, I guess it will be back in Toronto. Here's the Yankees team card. Got Judge right there in the middle of the thick of things. Looks like they've busted open the pitcher's rosin bag. I don't know what that is. Or set fire to somebody one. Then got a couple of these right here. I kind of like these National League leaders home runs. Got Shohei Ohtani, Marcell Ozuna, and Kyle Schwarber. A lot of speculation that Schwarber's coming to the Reds. I don't see it happening. I don't see them shuffling out that much money. Here's a National League batting title. Luis Arraez, Shohei Ohtani, Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna had an amazing year last year. Not this year, but 24. And then we got the American League RBI leaders, Aaron Judge, Jose Ramirez, speaking of Hall of Fame bound, and Brent Rooker for the Athletics. And then we got several kind of star players that I collect. Got the Bryce Harper. And then this guy right here had a sneaky good season, even despite some injuries, Mike Trout. Speaking of injuries, here's this guy. Man, he needs, I don't know what's happened. I wish and pray that he stays healthy this coming year. I love seeing him on the field. I love watching him play. And he is just an amazing baseball player. Here's his Stars of the MLB card, foil board. And speaking of amazing baseball players, pull this is Shohei Ohtani. Had probably one of the greatest playoff games the other day of anybody ever in history. Pitching with 10 strikeouts and hit 3 home runs. Just amazing. And then last but not least, probably the best pull of the whole thing was the 1990 Paul Skeens trophy card. See the back of it there. Not a super expensive card, but my first Paul Skeens pull ever, so I was pretty excited about it. So anyway, guys, let's move on and open some nostalgia. It's crazy to think in 35 years, these guys' careers will be long said and done, and we'll know one way or another whether they're Hall of Famers for sure. But we're going to start out today from a card from 35 years ago. This is the 1990 Fleer. You can see the back of it here. You're looking the guys to pull out of this. Nothing crazy. Ken Griffey Jr., of course. It'd be his second-year card. Larry Walker, rookie. Juan Gonzalez, maybe a reverse negative. And then anything Nolan Ryan. I think he had a 5,000 A's card that's with a Diamond Kings back. So nothing crazy, but fun nonetheless. The 10th anniversary edition of Fleer Baseball. Let's open that up. That pulled open pretty easily. Here's your Fleer Baseball quiz. I don't remember those, but whatever. Oh, this is the big Jose Uribe pack. That Jose Uribe card was selling out of this. Maybe we'll get a Jose. Looky there. Straight off second card. His third-year card. Mr. Barry Bonds. Not a bad pull at all. Right off the bat. We got a Randy Bush. We got a Fleer All-Star Team, Ryan Sandberg, may he rest in peace. One of the greatest second basemen to ever play the game. Got a Jose Alvarez. Another Pirate, Jeff Robinson. Eric Hansen. Joe Magrane. Ellis Burks, man, he was a bombshell back in the day. Got a Ivan Calderon. Herm Winningham with the Reds. Zane Smith. Is that the Beavis and Butthead smile? We got a Scott Bankhead. A Don Robinson. And last but not least, Dave Bergman with the Tigers. So we'll recap that video or those cards here in a little bit. So now we're going to open up a pack of 1990 Donruss. And we're looking at for the same thing here. You got a Sammy Sosa rookie, Larry Walker rookie, I think a David Justice rookie as well. Nothing crazy. I do not like this. See, here's king size Diamond Kings. I do not like these cards whatsoever. Don't like the design of them. This one is sealed really good. Oh yeah. Julio Franco there on the back. And let's see what got the Diamond King puzzle piece of Carl Yastrzemski here. And let's see, we'll start off with a Randy Milligan, a Greg Harris for the Red Sox, Jimmy Key, Terry Poole, Mike Blowers, Dave LaPointe, Steve Lake, nice looking card, Carmen Castillo, Eric Schau, the man who gave up Pete Rose's historic base hit. Here's their Hall of Famer. The Eck, Dennis Eckersley. All-Star Kevin Mitchell. Fred Marquis. Kevin Hickey. Got a Jeff Pico. Greg Gagne. Shout out to Reindeer Studios. Julio Franco Lever. I didn't know his middle name was Caesar. Oh, wow. See the paper loss there from the glue or the wax on the pack. Julio Franco. Now, let's move on to the 1992 Series 1 Stadium Club. I don't know. I'm having fun, whether you guys enjoy this or not. Hopefully these aren't bricked up. We got a Eric Yielding. 1992 Dave Stieb. Oh, here was a big name from back in the day, Wally Joyner. Here's the back of these cards. Sweet looking photography, still on the cutting edge. Uh-oh. We do have bricks. Here's their bars analysis system. It describes the at-bats there that they've registered on the back. Here's a cool looking image. Tom Pagnozzi. Yep, these are all bricked up pretty good. Here, peeling apart. Ken Hill. And Ivan Calderon. Old Xbox powder blue uniforms. Oh, here's a good one. Other than the man himself, Mr. Pine Tar, George Brett. Oh, he's packed up with somebody on the back. Here's the back of that. His 75 card highlighted there. He was matched up against Jose De Leon. We got, listen. Got Tim Jones. Andy Allenson. Another one. Come on, peel apart. Oh, what a sound. Les Lancaster and Mike Henneman side by side. Is there another? Oh, is there another one there? Yep. Oh, look how mashed together these things are. Looks like one complete card. In Magic, that's called a double lift. You wouldn't have no trouble doing that. I can't even get it apart. Good night. There we go. Tom Calderon. See the loss there where it stuck. All right, moving on to pack number 2. 2, the 1992 Stadium Club Series 1. Right off the bat, we got one of those glorious checklists everybody loves. Got a Jim Leyritz. Kurt Manwaring, who's a good catcher back in the day. Gino Petrelli, the Rangers. Trevor Wilson. Got another one of the bars. Another Tom Pagnozzi. That looks familiar. This pack looks familiar. Another Ken Hill. Another Ivan Caldron. Craig Riley. Sorry, my eyes wasn't focusing there. Darren Lewis. And a Mark Portugal. A Mike Henneman. Another Les Lancaster. And stuck to him is another Tom Candiotti. Wow, that pack was identical to the other one. Just about 100%. And then last but not least, hopefully this one pays off a little better. Let's see what we got. Nope. Start off with another checklist. Wow. Mike Jeffcoat. A Stan Royer. Terry Steinbeck. He was a good catcher back in the day. Candy Maldonado. One of the bars cards. And then we're going to peel apart. There's Steve Lake for the Phillies. Nice looking mug. Got a Carlos Quintana. Here we go. Darryl Hamilton. Thought that said Darryl Strawberry for a second. Carl Rhodes. A Dean Palmer. Mark Davis. Actually, no Mark Davis. Bill Sampson. Jim Olander. We got a Tim Leary. And peeled off the back of Tim Leary is none other than Gerald Alexander. Man, look at the paper loss on that. Anyway, let's take a real quick look at our hits. We had 3 of them. George Brett, Dennis Eckersley, and out of the 5 packs, this is definitely the best one by far. A really, really nice Barry Bonds from the 1990 Fleer. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. I tell you what, that was fun. I got diddly squat, but I had a good time. I escaped reality, and it took me back to the early 90s when the cards weren't so bricked up. But I had a good time. Hope you guys did too. Anyway, remember, hey guys, collect what you love. Love what you collect. And always keep